Oh, your eyes aren't deceiving you, ladies and gentlemen. This is my side project next to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Welcome to Dynasty Warriors 4. This is actually the building block for all of the Empire's games. Granted, it is sort of simplistic, but it is without a doubt one of the challenging games, if not the most challenging games in the series. Yes, 4 Extreme Legends and 4 Empires are the most challenging games in the series. Not gonna lie to you. And 8 almost tops that difficulty. If it worked for Ambition Mode, 8 would have been the most difficult game in the series. Anyway, when I first played Dynasty Warriors 4, I'm like, oh man, they're coming out with an Empire so you can create your character and actually build up your Empire? That is awesome! Unfortunately, I had to buy a PS2 first because I had an Xbox at the time. So, I ended up buying a PS2 specifically for this game, and my god, it did not disappoint. Still, 5 and 5 Empires is my favorite game out of the series. 4 still holds a candle in my heart because it's got some of the best music and it's one of the most difficult. Anyway, there are 5 modes here in this game: Empires mode, Versus mode, Archives mode, Edit modes, and Options. Right now, I will start with Empires mode, and I will have an extra video with options and stuff. But anyway, I will go into Fictional mode, and I can play it in Normal. Why Normal? Because difficulty doesn't matter in this game. Now, you want to go to Young Ann, because Young Ann has a free weaponsmith. Yeah, this is the first game that actually starts to a single land in order for you to actually get the upper hand on people. Also, this is the only game that actually has requirements for you to level your characters. The maximum level that the characters can be is 5. But the problem is, some of the generic officers will have proposals, and that can be really annoying. So I'm just gonna have to confirm, and of course my subordinate officers are random. So, instead of wasting time picking certain officers, I'm going to continue.
A vast land awaits us.
Let us unify the land and put an end to this chaos.
Well, things are different in this neighborhood. Unfortunately, you need to select a proposal to continue instead of just selecting a random proposal from the many proposals you unlock in the game, like I did in Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires and Samurai Warriors 2 Empires.
Leave it to me.
Or I could just simply reject them all. That's also the only time you can save. Well, that and when you're starting a battle. So now, I have more generals than what I have lieutenants. So someone's getting demoted, and sadly it's the generic officer. Anyway, it's time for us to defend our land, and this is the only time you will be seeing defense in this playthrough. I have more than enough officers to pretty much hold my own, and thankfully it is free instead of expensive to pick your officers and go into battle with them.
Let's show them what we can do.
Now, this game actually has, well, no way to order your troops to do anything at all. You just let them do what they do. Also, you can't change the music for the stage. What you have is what you get. So, now it's on to the Battle of Young Ann.
Focus will be the key to victory!
This base system is a little bit different from Dynasty Warriors 6. Hell, it's a lot different from every one of them. At least here, it's not counting down to 0. However, you gotta eliminate all the troops in the base in order for you to actually successfully catch it. And thankfully, the computer will be at even terms with you until, that is, the computer actually captures more land than you do. That one computer general will end up being stronger than you, and it can be a very, very tough challenge. It would be even more challenging if Lubu actually had his own land, which would be very, very annoying. Not gonna lie. Not as annoying as being hit with that strong attack, but just as annoying. Damn it. I lost track of those guys. So, now it's time for me to kill every last person up in this goddamn base for no apparent reason. Except for to conquer. That's the only apparent reason I have. If I could just... That's another thing. If you don't kill off certain troops that were already in the base, more troops will keep spawning. And they'll keep spawning until you wipe them all out. Oh, that's not good. Anymore, they'll actually go to the base. And I do not need that right now. Okay. That Lieutenant General is starting to get on my nerves. That's the one thing that I need to express right here. This base system can be frustrating, but eventually once you kill everything in here and take the base, it'll be beneficial. And by beneficial, that means the computer can't sneak idly past and go straight to your base while you have other adjacent bases to keep them from doing that. And the computer will actually have to take bases in order to get to your main camp. But there are some times where the computer actually bypasses some of those bases and literally gun for the main camp. I think some stages they could do that too. And when they do gun for the main camp, it is really annoying.
Prepare yourself.
Because if you don't actually stop them from taking the main camp, you are pretty much done for. And the last thing I needed for them to attempt to take my main camp here. Because this is my capital. If I was to lose this battle, that would have been a game over for me. So I am doing everything in my power to try to win these guys. Yeah, to win over these guys, basically. So, as you can tell, the weapon in my hand is Shotai's weapon. And Shotai actually made a debut here in Dynasty Warriors 4. As did Yue Ying and Xin Ji. And well, yeah, those are the only ones that actually made an appearance here. I'm trying to think of somebody else who actually made an appearance here before. Who else made an appearance before? I forgot. The thought will come across my mind later on. No, wait, it's only those three. No, wait, now I remember. Cao Ren. Cao Ren actually made his appearance in this game, so yeah, you'll be seeing more of Cao Ren in later games. But anything before 3, he would be a generic officer. Or not in the game at all, in the case of Dynasty Warriors 1. Anyway,
commencing attack. Follow my lead.
If you can't already tell, the voice acting is kinda hammy, but that's okay. This is the voice acting that I remember. And it's pretty darn hilarious. Especially Lu Bu's voice in this game. My god, I just can't take Lu Bu serious whenever he has that voice. Which is why he's much more threatening with his new voice actor, as a 5.
You have been most helpful. I thank you.
And no, I'm not going on subject. I'm actually talking about the game. I'm actually killing every last soldier that stands in my way because, hell, that's how I'm going to capture every last base up in this stage. Now, the one problem I have with this game, you gotta actually wait for the policies that you want to show up. And even then, you have to have the money for them. Basically, you're only spending money on policies. That's it. Okay, let me rephrase that. And I was about to hiccup there just for a second. Sorry about that. You only are spending money on policies, and you're spending money on soldiers, just in case you capture them.
Come back for more.
Which reminds me, this is the first game that actually incorporates duels. So... oh, blast you!
Commencing attack. Follow my lead.
I'll kill the guy who took my base later. But this is the first game that actually incorporates duels into a game.
You shall soon regret your words.
And, the duels will capture the officers if you successfully win them. And the only time the duel will happen is if you beat an officer more than 3 times, or if that officer's troop count is reduced to 0. Even then, sometimes they won't duel and you can still capture them. This happens in this part, by the way. Or at least I think it does. I do capture an officer in this episode, so don't worry about that. Now, let's hold our own in this battle, and hopefully get to the commanding officer, because all we have to do is get to the commanding officer and kill them. And, dang it, I don't know what happened there. But let's just deal with Huazong. And sadly, Huazong will never get a model in this game. It would be awesome if he had one, because he did actually hold his own against Lu Bu. Oh, not Lu Bu, I meant Sun Jian, sorry. He was fighting alongside of Lu Bu, protecting Sishui Gate.
Even great weapons become useless when in the hands of a coward.
You will not get away with such insults.
Well, it's tit for tat there. They taunted my officer, I taunt theirs. It's only fair. Anyway, we're nearing the enemy commander. And by God, I just noticed that these guys have fire arrows.
It appears we are...
oh, and there's our duel. Oh, by the way, I like the pose that's about to happen right about now.
I accept your challenge.
Nice. Now, as far as duels are concerned, you gotta be extra careful with these duels. Whatever health you are in when you start the duel is going to be your primary health. Yeah, it may be a good idea to be in low health to actually get true Wusao, but at the same time, no, it's not, because let's be honest, people, the defense system here is not really that great. And if anything happens to you while you're in the middle of a duel, with the only way you could block is in front of you, the moment these guys jump behind you, you are pretty much royally screwed. Or attack you from behind, like so.
We've taken over
I think we killed him. Yep. But let's get one thing clear. You're gonna have to take bases adjacent to the main camp in order for you to get to the main camp. So you can't really do surprise attacks like you do 6. Even though 6 is based off of this game. I'm just letting you all know now, for the newbies that actually play this game. Everybody who's experienced in this game will know that firsthand.
Let us prepare to meet our new lord.
You could actually tell the difference when you play both games. And due to the fact that I'm neutral, the peasants will join forces with the enemy. Gee, I think they haven't forgotten the fact that I bled them dry when I first started Dynasty Warriors 5. Oh well. By the time this game is over, I'll be as neutral as Switzerland. I promise you that. Because believe it or not, it's actually it's easier to be neutral. Oh, damn it!
I am in your debt.
Leon's in this game. Well, it's not bad per se. It's just the fact that this is also the game where the officers rallying gets ridiculous buffs, and they can seriously hurt, man. Whew. But nonetheless, I managed to protect my land for now. That really sucks that the first episode I have to defend my land instead of capturing one. Oh well, the game can't be over that soon, you know. Anyway, now we see who we caught prisoner. Well, obviously Yuan Shu, because that's the only person we caught. Sometimes we catch more than one, inadvertently, but still, we have enough to buy him, so Yuan Shu will be my property.
Let's celebrate our first victory. I'll never forget what this feels like.
Now, this would be the part where I would save, but instead, I'm going to end it here. Because after all, that would mean I have to go and select a policy. Anyway, this is RVMan 985. I will see you guys when I take over another land in part 2. And hopefully I can get to the non-min territories as humanly possible quickly. Because in this game, anybody who has the non-min territories pretty much won the game. See you guys.